Hey guys, it is Joe Proulx, and I think I'm looking at the camera right now. Yes, maybe, I don't know. I just wanted to make a video to talk about a couple things quick. Number one, if you are not following me on my social media, which is linked in the description of every single one of my videos, linked in the description. Alright, so if you want to go down there and follow me, you wouldn't have to, this would not be news to you. But if you have not been following me on, I don't know, my Facebook, my Instagram, my SoundCloud, and maybe downloaded a couple things off of my Bandcamp, you would maybe not know that I've been working on a record. A new full-length album of material. The album is called Natural, and today was the day I finally finished recording, mixing, mastering, doing all that fun stuff. It is completely ready to go, and this video I'm announcing when it is coming out. It is coming out in the summer. The exact date that this album will be coming out is... it's hard for me to do a drum roll with one hand. July 29th. That is the date right there. July 29th, 2016. I made sure it was on a Friday, so you guys could enjoy it on a Friday. It's always great. It's when most music comes out nowadays. It's going to be a 10-track album. I'm going to be posting stuff about it. I'm going to be posting all kinds of stuff on my Facebook and my Instagram. So if you guys want to know all the stuff about the album that you can, follow me on there, because I'm probably not going to make too many YouTube videos about it. I'm going to be sticking to what I usually do, which is drum covers. I might put up a couple more beats that have been on my SoundCloud for a long time, but if you want to hear those things right away, go follow me on SoundCloud. Go check out my SoundCloud page. There's tons of stuff on there. But yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. New album. It's coming out July 29th. Go check it out. I'm very proud of this album. I think it's my best sounding album yet. I mean, that's kind of cliche. Most artists say that about the new album, but I truly believe that. I think it's my best sounding album yet. So go check it out, guys. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. Number two, I want to talk about the fact that I have not done any kind of reviews. I think I've done 2 reviews this year. I reviewed the new Block Party record, which was terrible, and I reviewed the new Weezer record, which actually has grown on me since I reviewed it. And it's actually in this list that I'm going to tell you about right now. It's my top 10 albums of the year thus far. And I'm just going to kind of pick some off the top of my head. I'm probably just going to write them as I think of them. But definitely one of them, the one that I just mentioned, Weezer's new record. Weezer's new record. The White Album. It's grown on me, guys. It really has grown on me since I reviewed it. I think it's a great album. I think the songs I wasn't even all that crazy about. I thought Jacked Up was terrible the first few times I heard it, but it's grown on me like crazy. I don't know why. It's just it's kind of like a Pinkerton thing for me with this album. It doesn't sound like Pinkerton, but it's kind of that way, that the way that Pinkerton grew to be one of my favorite maybe my favorite album from Weezer. This one's kind of the same. I don't know if it's gonna be on the level of Pinkerton or Blue, but I think it's actually a great follow-up to their last record, which I thought was really good. So yeah, I think if you're a Weezer fan, you should definitely check out their new record if you haven't got the chance to. Give it a try. They actually do a great job here. There's some catchy songs. There's some really great written songs. Some of the best songs they put out in a long time. Well, definitely better than a lot of the stuff they were putting out in the mid and late 2000s. The next album I think I'm going to put on this list is the new James Blake album, The Color in Anything. This album is downright beautiful. I think it's gonna be I don't know if it's gonna make it onto my year-end list, but if I had a list solely based off of just beautiful sounds, beautiful vocals, and just beautifully written melodies, this album would probably be number one. I don't think any album is gonna pass it this year. Do I think it's a completely perfect album? No, I think it has some tracks that are just kind of okay. I do think it gets off to a kind of rocky start, but I think that it has some great tracks on it. The track with Bon Iver is great. The track Modern Soul is really good. The track Forever. There's a lot of tracks on here that are actually really enjoyable. Just really pretty melodies, really pretty beats, production. Again, melody writing on this album is great. I mean, it's just great to see him capitalize off of being on the new Beyonce record. getting a little bit of notice there. That's great for him. So the next album I want to put on this list, I'm going to put this next album, I think it definitely deserves to be on this list, the new Lemon Demon record. Alright guys, the new Lemon Demon record, Spirit Phone. Great album from singer-songwriter, keyboardist, weirdo, internet man Neil Cicierega. He did a great job on this record. It's great to see the Lemon Demon project come back. I love the really insane song topics on here, and not only, but that's kind of something that he's always been good at, is just being so weird, being so out there. But also the production on here I think is the best I've heard. The best I've heard on a Lemon Demon record thus far. I don't think it's an amazingly produced album. I think it is kind of messy. I do think it could have been, wow, I'm terrible at this. I do think it could have been cleaned up a little bit. I think if he got somebody who knew a little bit more about production, it could have been an amazing record. But for now, I do think that a lot of his ideas translate through his kind of messy production on this record. And I do think, right now, it's my pop rock album of the year. The next album I want to put on this list, the new Modern Baseball record, Holy Ghost. This was way better than I thought it was going to be. I heard of these guys when they put out their last album, You're Gonna Miss It All, and I thought that album was okay. I thought it had some really good tunes on it, but I thought it was just kind of it's just kind of an okay record. I didn't love every single song on it. Here they put together an even more solid record. I think the instrumentals have been recorded a lot better on this record. The production is pretty sharp. It's pretty well put together, and it's nice to hear these guys maturing a little bit. You know, I'm just happy, and there's just, again, some catchy songs on here. I love the song Wedding Singer. And the song Every Day. I think this is a good record for Modern Baseball. I don't think it's a great record. I think it's a really solid record, though. And I think these guys will continue to improve into the future. I can't wait to hear what they do next. The next one on my list, I think this is the fifth one, Gabriel Gundacker. I Want to Meet Richard Dreyfuss. This is like a weird like R&B thing from this guy who's not known for being a musician. He's known for being a viner, a funny viner guy. He's also on YouTube, and this like album is like completely based off of like a couple of YouTube videos he did about wanting to meet Richard Dreyfuss, who, if you don't know, is an actor. He was in the movie Jaws and a couple other big films. He's been in a lot of films over the years, and for some reason Gabriel made an entire R&B album about him, about how he wants to meet this man, and it's actually good. I actually like it. It's short, but I kind of expected that. But I think it's well produced. I think his vocal performances are actually pretty good. I think the songs are actually kind of blissful. I think there's some great songs on here, which is surprising for a record as silly as this thing is. Just lyrically, it's so stupid and ridiculous, but it's a really fun, actually at times pretty beautiful and emotional record. You know, it's kind of unexpectedly really good. The new Driftless Pony Club record that's like coming out like right now, kind of ish. Their new album is called Zastera. I got a early digital copy of it because I supported their Kickstarter to fund the vinyl pressing and the CD pressing of this record. I supported it and I got a digital copy of it, and it's pretty good. I'm very happy to see the band back. This is their first album in 4 years, and they came through with a good record. And there's some good songs on here. The opening track is great. The track Don't Mess This Up is probably my favorite on the record. This album, I think, is their most straightforward album. Yeah, it's even more straightforward than their last record, though I do think it has some longer tracks that I think are a little bit more challenging than their last record. I think this is their most visceral record. I think the guitar work is really distorted. It's really forceful. It has a bit of I don't know, like some 90s alt rock influence coming through on here. These guys have always been influenced by like Modest Mouse and like a lot of indie rock isms, but this time the alt rock is really coming out, like some old school alt rock, and I'm happy to see that it's turned into a really solid record. The new Beyonce record, Lemonade. A lot of people have been talking about this record, saying it's really good. Because it is. It's a good record. It's definitely Beyonce's best album thus far. It's instrumentally really well done. It's really well produced. And not only that, but Beyonce's emotions on this record and just the story she's telling feels so heartbreaking. It actually connects with me for once. I mean, not everything connects, but a lot of it does. Just her emotion, her conviction of the words that she's singing. It's pretty great, you know. It's a good little thing, you know. It's an album I didn't expect to like, and I did, and that's always a great thing. So Beyonce, whatever you're doing on this record, keep doing it. Keep doing it. This was good. Probably favorite tracks are the one with Jack White, Don't Hurt Yourself. That was great. The track with The Weeknd was really good. The James Blake interlude track, the track Freedom, the track Formation, Sandcastles. Lots of good songs on here. 3 more spots. Well, for the last 3 spots on this list, let's do them quick. Aesop Rock, The Impossible Kid. Love Aesop Rock. Glad to see that he's back. He's doing production again, and it's sounding good. It's grown on me a little bit. I love the track Dorks. Great song titles too. And yeah, I think it's a good album. I think it's his most accessible album yet. So if you were not into Aesop because he was so hard to get into, this would probably be the best record for you to start off on. Segall, Emotional Mucker. Good rock album. It's insane. It's an insane rock album, but it's a good insane. It's got some crazy vocal performances, some weird instrumental shifts, some really esoteric lyrics. It's a bit of a trip, but it's a good trip. It's not a bad trip. Yeah, I would recommend if you're looking at some weird rock music, go check it out. And the final record I'm going to put on here, let's put the new Chance the Rapper, because I actually enjoyed it. I like the way that he put gospel into this new one. I'm happy to see that he's back. Is it mind-blowing? No. Do I think there's some bad tracks on it? Yeah. But surprisingly, the best track on here is the track with Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz. That's my favorite track on the record, which is surprising. Yeah, so he's doing the best with what he's got. He's got way more mainstream features on this thing, and it actually turned out pretty well. So good on you, Chance. I'm happy to hear that you're actually going to be able to go in for a Grammy, which is great, because now they allow mixtapes to become eligible for Grammys. That's awesome. And that's all the records I wanted to talk about. That is the entire video here. Thank you guys for watching. I have to edit this all now, and it's going to be terrible, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to go check out stuff about my new album that's coming out, go check out my social media. Cool. And all the albums will be in the description. I'll put a link for each one so you can go check out a song from. My name is Joe Proulx. This is Joe Proulx thing vlogs, I guess. Yeah. And I am out. Bye.